welcome to the Pearled in Texas podcast. Today is Saturday, July 3rd, and we are coming to you from San Antonio, Texas, from Melissa's house. I'm Elizabeth.
I'm Carrie.
I'm Melissa.
And this is the Pearled in Texas podcast. Welcome if you're a new viewer, and welcome back if you're a returning viewer. We really appreciate the time you're spending with us. We try to talk about all of our knitting, fiber-related stuff, some sewing, touch on a bit of just general crafty stuff. So we hope you enjoy the time. And let's get started.
Yes.
What are you wearing?
What am I wearing? I am wearing the Brioche Chevron Cowl by Stephen West. This is with just some black yarn. And then do you guys remember those blanks that were stamped, like dyed?
Oh.
This was a lip blank. It was those lips.
Oh, I remember that.
Do you remember they would take a sock blank, so just like a big long rectangle that was white, and then put it on Etsy or something, and they were like stamped with different, you know, designs like turtles or witches for Halloween or, you know, whatever. This one was just big red lips, kind of like on, you know, like a Rolling Stones, you know, album or something. So it was big lips, and then of course you would knit straight from the blank, but it wouldn't turn out to, clearly it wouldn't be knit the exact same way as the blank, and it just kind of speckled it up, and it's reversible, so it's the Brioche Chevron Cowl from Stephen West, and it's the closest to red, white, and blue that I have. It's red, white, and black, but Melissa got us cute little hair accessories. Audrey put mine on for me, and so happy Independence Day.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, the long weekend.
And what are you wearing?
This is Sizzle Pop, which is, I just realized that this is knit from a sock blank as well.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny.
The name, I
This
took a
is
screenshot
made
of
with,
the name.
this one had air balloons on it.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Are the sock blanks hard to knit from because it's coming off of a, you know, are these like spaghetti?
It is spaghetti. It's very crinkly.
The
But
ramen noodle effect.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. Ramen noodle effect. So it's very wavy. I mean, at the beginning it kind of looks and feels weird, but as you just keep progressing and knitting with it, I mean, it's just like knitting with the yarn that you frog.
So it doesn't affect your gauge really or anything?
I didn't think it did. I mean, I think this was like on 6 or 7s, and I mean, I think maybe every once in a while I might have gotten like, you know, a bump that was just a little bit off from where I had it going around the needle, but I mean, in the long run, it's nothing that wouldn't block out. I did block this, so, but I don't see anything, you know, majorly from it.
So neat. I've never done that. Never knitted from a sock blank before.
So let me see if I can find the name of it. It was
This was
Andre Sue Knits Sock Blank.
Yes. This was the same. You kind of see the air balloons where there was yellow and red air balloons. And this is a skein of Malabrigo sock yarn in the back. And this one, I had almost wanted to give up on knitting.
Because it was difficult?
Yeah, I kept messing up, and I don't know how to fix brioche very well.
Brioche is hard. Well,
brioche is hard to fix.
Complex.
But I did pick it up, and once I got how to do the decreases and the increases and whatnot, it was a really fun project.
Yeah.
And she has a new pattern now. It's really pretty.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called.
I
I
don't
saw it.
know.
It is very pretty. She's so talented with her brioche design. It's incredible.
This is what a sock blank kind of looks like. I don't know if I can get it on here without too much glare. But you see how the yarn's just coming off the end down here, and these were all just lips.
That's so fun.
I can probably send a picture to Audrey so you don't have all that glare stuff going on. But it was fun. It was fun. And it's lightweight, and it's hot in Texas.
Yeah, we're in our summer heat. For sure. All right, well, how about finished objects?
How about all the ones you're holding?
All your socks.
Sorry, guys. So I've been having shoulder problems. I think I've talked about it on the podcast before. An injury as a result of my COVID vaccine, which I finally have gotten to the right doctor, to a shoulder specialist, and I'm getting treatment now, so it's better, but haven't done much hand knitting as a result of all the pain I was in. So the only thing that felt good was doing stuff on my sock machine, so I packed a bunch of socks. So I'll just show them quickly. So these are from the Yarn Bee, which is that yarn from Hobby Lobby. It's superwash, and the color is Hazel Basil, and I just did a picot edge on the top.
I almost got this color for my slip extravaganza.
Yeah, it's a really pretty color. It's got little flecks of like purple and red in it too.
It's turning out a little bit lighter than what it is
The
in
one-
real life.
Yeah.
But
Those
yeah,
flecks
really
of red.
pretty.
I didn't even turn the light on, I forgot, but it looks like we've got
Yeah, I
enough
think
natural light from. I actually think the circle light might have blown this out more, so it is a little bit darker, but at least it's not blown
Yeah.
out. You can see those little specks.
But that yarn knits up really nice socks, and I throw them in the washer and the dryer, and it's great for the price. This one was just a yarn that I got from one of the circular sock machine groups that I belong to, and it's by Active, and I did a 2x2 picot edge on that, I think. Been experimenting with different edgings and different heels and stuff. And this doesn't have a colorway number, it's just has a number, 3833.
Very
There's
nice.
the, oops. Well, there it
We
goes.
went all the way to the other side. We'll take a picture of it and have Audrey
Yeah,
insert
sorry.
it.
Okay, oops, sorry. And then
Ooh, that's pretty.
this pair I did with, oh, you found it.
Antonio got it for me. Antonio's behind the camera, being very quiet, so this was it.
Hello.
So this pair is from Katya Tokyo Socks Lovers, and it was her first time using that yarn. And I did a contrast heel and toe on that one with a Cascade Heritage.
I love the contrast. You picked it perfect. Elizabeth's so great with her colors.
And you
man.
have natural nail colors, so you get to keep them
So
all.
she gets to keep the
Yeah, I get to
socks.
keep everything. I get to keep them all. I actually need to have them redone, but thank you.
They're very pretty.
Thank you very much. They need fills. But...
And this pair is by Knit Picks, done with Knit Picks Felici in the Watsits Galore colorway.
Oh, I like this.
And then
This
I also
is-
used just a leftover for the
I
heel.
like the way the toes come out.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that was-
Okay, so you didn't use it. She didn't use a contrast for the heel. The heel just perfectly
No, I did use a
used-
contrast. It
Oh,
just
'cause
it matches.
It just
so
matches
well.
that perfectly. I
Yeah,
thought.
and
I thought I
even-
don't know how you got it to fall on that
No.
one color.
Nope, it was I put in a contrast heel, and that yarn actually matched up perfectly for some reason.
It sure does.
The heel, yeah. That was kind of luck. And then these are probably the brightest pair I've made. But I love
she
them.
posted these. I think you posted these on Facebook,
Yeah.
Instagram to
My-
match your flowers.
My
right?
flowers, they matched exactly. So that was from Trekking XXL yarn, and it's the colorway Garish.
I liked tracking. I made a couple pairs.
Yeah,
for
it's
them.
nice yarn. It was my
Very
first time.
nice. Very
It's
nice.
in my stash. I think
Feels
I got
good
it 2
too.
years ago. But those were fun. And then this is just Patton's Croy stock yarn in the colorway Sidewalk Chalk.
Sidewalk
And those are like a little thicker.
They are a little
stock
thicker.
with
I
their sport
can
weight,
feel it.
so I wanted them to wear with my boots in the fall. So,
I love
made
this
them longer.
colorway.
Mhm.
I love that Patton's Croy. It makes a really durable sock.
Sturdy sock.
Sturdy. Yep. So that's what I've been up to. Little socks. About
You
it.
guys, you have any UFOs?
I have one.
All right.
It was just the baby blanket, the crocheted baby blanket. I think I was about halfway done with this last time. I already finished the shell one, so this is the same stitch pattern as a whip that I have later, but it's just two different. This is like a shell pattern, and then in between you put a color. So the pattern is made to like change the color every time, but I just made it all blue since it's for a boy.
It's
Just
really
Very
cute.
nice.
Just a baby blanket.
I like it because it's a little textured looking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
super easy. I mean, I'm making a full size one for me for my living room. I made a blanket, a full size one for Darlene for Christmas in 19. So just been in the crochet mood. So I've been doing a lot of hooking, a lot of hooking. So
Second clear.
just just doesn't pay the bills as well as one would think it does.
Oh, man.
Yeah, right.
A while back, I posted it on Facebook, these hats that Audrey made for our cats. And people at my gym were like, I need those for our cats for Christmas, or our grandbaby cats for babies. And so Audrey's been crocheting away, making hats. I will probably have a link below on the video she used for this tutorial. This one she made, she's like her mom, she has not woven in the ends. So that one
So
is
there's a
for
little
a
hole
dog.
for each ear. And then it just sits on the
Those are hysterical.
animal.
And the cats let you put them on?
No, it's kind of dangerous.
This is a cat one, so
Dogs
it's
I can see,
smaller.
but the cats?
Yeah,
So cute though.
this one actually
Little
matches
tie
my
to
lead
go
bird.
under the chin.
Mhm.
Oh my
This-
god.
Oh, this matches
That
your
matches
leopard.
my
This is
leopard.
Malabrigo Rios.
Yeah, they're gonna have fancy hats. And so she's putting a dip, like all my leftover stains, she's using them up, so it's good.
No
This
kidding.
one's 3 Irish girls, sock club I was in forever ago.
Love it.
And so a lot of my
I tell you what, your gym animals are going to be styling in these
You guys
cute
gonna
little
Cat
hats.
parade?
Yeah. So this one was 2 finger weights held together. So
It's
with the
already-
thinner yarns.
And it's already got the little tie done.
No animal is safe in our house from wearing a little hat.
So cute.
That'd be funny.
And
Just get them all in a picture.
Yeah. Well, that would be really difficult to do.
That would be. It's hard enough just to get the hat on them, but now you want to put them together. So Elizabeth's dogs are perfect for pictures. So your dogs might be able to do it.
Probably would
She
do it.
always posts pictures for their birthdays, and they've got their cone on, and they're standing together. They're the best photogenic dogs ever. And they just sit
They're
so
pretty good,
so-
yeah, when I try to get them group shots. Sometimes it takes several attempts, but I usually can get them all 3 together. One.
Cats, I'm not so sure would be
Yeah, cats
No.
I would think would be tough.
quite as accommodating.
Yep, and our 2 cats have been the model for each. Every time she finishes one, she has to go chase down a cat to like make them sit. And
They
tighten
love
their
Audrey,
ears
of course.
in the little holes.
Can you imagine
and-
if you get like a neighborhood cat and caught it and put it
Oh
on
my
and sent it on its way?
That would make next door for sure. You see this cat in a hat?
Cat in the hat.
We should do like a black and white striped one.
People would be like, what the heck? I'll put them on one of the deer out there.
Yeah, you gotta make one big enough for a deer, Audrey.
Yeah.
Melissa
Let's see
has
if you can
a whole
chase
bunch of
one
deer
down.
outside
Yes,
her
she
house
does.
here, so.
See if you can get one to come up close enough to get a hat on it.
Yep. The bucks are just starting to get their horns up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
That's funny.
Good luck.
Oh, gosh.
So I have no UFOs, but she's got a bunch. I'm working on longer term, trying to finish up some stuff. So trying to be good.
You don't have any unfinished objects? Any
Oh
whips?
yeah, I
Could you
tons
whip?
of those. Oh my
All right.
gosh.
I think that's it for
Moving to
FOs.
whips.
Yeah.
We're slacking on FOs, sorry. Maybe next
Well,
time.
you're got enough socks for all of us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'd say the number of FOs we showed was pretty, yeah.
Just all socks, though, doesn't really count.
okay. I've been trying to get this one done. I'm really close. It's kind of a big mess of ends.
It looks great. Love the color.
So pretty.
It is.
So this is
Lead bird.
Lead Bird by Susanna IC. And I just have the collar left.
2 sleeves, yay!
Sleeve Island done.
Yep. Now I think I have like an 1.5 inches left of the collar and then it's good to go. I have ends weaving.
It looks amazing.
That's so pretty.
And apparently there's a dog out there or a cat out there that's gonna match me.
Yeah,
So we're gonna be stylish. And this is in my awesome green bag.
A big bag.
That's the extra large. I
Extra
love
large.
the extra
Good.
large bags.
A knitting cat.
Mm-hmm.
Knitting things. Oops, oops, sorry.
It's a hot mess.
Wait.
Yeah,
I thought she was
I'm
with
just
that
gonna,
cotton
like,
zipper. Okay.
throw it over there. So I haven't really touched my Vertices Unite too much because I've been trying to finish up my lead bird. But this is the first
Oh wow, but
section.
you got a lot of it done. Do you pick up stitches now when you go, or do they all get knit separately and then seam
So you're
together?
picking up.
Yeah, I think I
edges.
took out
Mhm.
because they made me put a marker right here.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not
Okay.
sure which way I'm going to pick up, but yeah.
That's awesome. She's got a lot done.
That's a really fun knit, that shawl. I love
Yeah.
that pattern.
It's a good stash buster.
Mhm.
And then Elizabeth says I need to show this one because she was watching the Fruity.
Oh, yes. If you didn't catch the Fruity Knitting podcast, the last episode they did on the, is it how do you say it?
Bohos
Bohos stripping. It was a fabulous episode. It told all the history of it and all the sweaters and just absolutely gorgeous. And it reminded me that Melissa, several years ago, had
Several.
had started one, and she had made a lot of progress on it. And it just I texted her right away and like, you have to watch this episode and you have to finish that sweater.
It was good. It was good motivation to get back at it. This is the Forest Darkness kit that I bought. I actually bought this way back in Minnesota. I worked for the Yarn Garage, and they actually had in the Swedish Museum. They actually had the sweaters there.
Oh wow!
And
Wow.
I lucked out. I didn't get to go to that, but I did call her. I did contact her online and I bought a kit. I almost thought about ripping this apart because, well, when my gauge is off, I knit this all on size 0 needles.
Do you imagine ripping this?
I can't. I mean, she said that
It's
she was
an
gonna rip it. I was like, what?
It's bunny fiber.
Angora.
And merino.
I mean, this Angora would, I don't even know how well it would frog, to be honest with
And
you.
they're always knit with an angora, right?
It's a
Is that-
mix, yeah.
yeah,
that's
part of
there.
it. That's-
Mhm.
The thing of the sweater, right?
Yep.
But then later you because you tried it on and you sent
I
us a
did, it
picture
does
and you
fit.
decided not to
You
frog
can just
it.
do like short.
I could, yeah.
For here and the
Mhm.
from here.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, it's amazing. It's so soft.
The color work on it, the way it just like blends together.
Yeah, the purl bumps kind of set it off.
Mhm.
Because usually when you do stranded with knits, you don't purl on the right
Yeah.
side.
It's so beautiful.
So yeah, I should probably finish it.
Yeah, you probably should.
Maybe next year. Just kidding. I'll do it. I'll get on it.
I'm glad you pulled it out.
Mhm.
It looks great.
Yeah, and then so we're going somewhere next weekend, and a little knitting retreat with a couple
My
of
sister's
people.
lake house.
And a couple Christmases ago, my mom got me this Craftsy Blueprint kit, and I wanted a quilt for myself to bring to these retreats. And my friend Tammy, she gets me into all these predicaments where she's like, "You can do it.
Perfect
You can get it done in
predicaments.
time."
Way to go, Tammy.
So-
Way to go.
This is made, I don't know, for you non-quilters, this is made with jelly rolls.
This is clearly a jelly roll.
Yeah, it's a jelly
And
roll.
so
It's
that's
about
like
40
strips.
strips,
Strips of fabric
Mhm.
cut to a specific.
2.5 inch wide.
I'm trying not to get the sun to. Okay, there we go. Very pretty.
So this is one of the blocks. I have over 40 of them made.
Wow.
So it's kind of fun. You have to separate into lights and darks, and then you just kind of add pieces as you go, and you just chain piece and just go through your machine. But to get the twin size, I needed 3 jelly rolls, and I need 97 blocks. So it's not done. And I don't think it'll get done in time for the lake house, but it's fun, and eventually it'll get done.
Yeah.
It will eventually get done. It'll be ready
Yeah.
one day. It looks great.
Very pretty.
I like it's on my wall. I have like I have like a big wall hanging. It's almost like a reversible tablecloth type thing, so you
Mhm.
can lay it out and stick it on the wall and see instead of like on the floor with all the dog and cat hair.
So design wall.
It's a design. Yes.
Nice.
Darlene has one of those design walls, and I know nothing about sewing. But years ago, she was telling me she had this wall thing where she could like put these things up because she used to be, well, she still is a great quilter
Yeah.
and everything, and till she learned knitting. And I said, oh my gosh, I would use that wall for blocking. And she goes, I would have never thought of that. And I think she has a time or two used it for blocking. Yeah, it's like in one of her spare bedrooms. So
Nice.
yeah, it's super nice. I'm working on a couple of different things. I'll first pull out my exact same crocheted blanket, but this one on a much larger scale, and you can see how
Wow, that's getting big.
yeah. So you can see how this is the main color, just a Caron Simply Soft speckle yarn in the seashell colorway.
It's a really nice color.
And then when you finish one row, you go across with accent color. So mine is, orange, green, burgundy, orange, green, burgundy, orange, green, burgundy, and just the stripes. So then you just go across this with like just single crochets across the top. This is a free pattern on TL Crafts or something blog. It's in my Ravelry link. And then when I come back across now, I'll come back across with the speckled yarn and do 3 single crochets into each one of those chains.
Oh, wow.
So 3 single crochets there, 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets into each of these little chain 2s. And then I'll do the next color, and then the next color, and then the next color. So you just keep running. You have to cut every end of color, but you just keep running the main color across the side. So more than halfway done. It's pretty big. So
Wow. That's gonna be nice.
thank you.
When you weave in your ends on crochet, do you do it just like you do with knitting, or do you
I
crochet
actually,
in?
I don't crochet very much on a thinner yarn, like a sock yarn or
Mhm.
anything. So most of my crochet work is like a worsted.
Okay.
So for this one, for example, I literally just thread the needle and I go through here once and then through back, and
Just kind of bury them.
and just bury them, because the crochet it's thicker,
Mhm.
because like I'm going on top of those little things, so I don't have to be quite as careful. Like when I weave in ends on knitting, I try and follow the stitch,
Yeah.
Mhm.
unless I have a pattern similar to this where like I'm knitting on top of something and I can just bury it in the chain style thing. So
Mhm.
to me, I think sometimes hiding your ends in crochet, I think sometimes is easier
Easier?
than
Okay.
in knitting, because usually as you're crocheting on top of the row from before. So you can just run your ends into where you kind of crochet on top of it. But that's how I do them. But I do think, I can't think of a single crochet project where I thought it was harder.
Mhm.
I think weaving in ends and crocheting is easier. I think it's easier to hide in the crochet stitches. So, and then another crochet project. I think I showed you guys this yarn last time, and I think it's over a pound actually.
Oh, the giant cake.
And it
Bigger than my
did.
head.
When I was doing the show notes, I was watching it. It did shake the table, the iPad, when I clunked it on the table. But I've gotten a good portion from the outside off
Yeah.
already. I know it doesn't look like it, but I started this pattern. It's the same shell stitch, but this time it's like in the round. So
Wow, that's gorgeous.
it's just gonna be a big square, and I'm eventually gonna be. I have started a second color. It's just very hard to see because my first 2 colors are super similar.
Mhm.
So once I hit that third color, it'll make more of an impact. And this one's also in one of those extra large. I love this one because it's tea.
Oh, that's
Reminds
so
me of
cute. It's
Texas.
summery.
Summery. That's awesome. Very bag. I'll put this one in. So cute. And then I pulled out an old one. This one's an Andrea Mallory pattern. It's called Cinnabar.
Oh,
You guys heard of
yeah.
it?
Mhm.
I started this I think a year ago.
Gosh,
And I love it. I love it. My cord
Oh.
isn't the longest cord to show all the texture, but it's brioche over here, 2 color,
Mhm.
and then like kind of like a garter over here. Even though you're doing knitting and purling, because you're doing a garter effect with 2 different colors. Because you know brioche, you knit across once and then you come back and then you knit again. So to get the same garter effect on this side, you do, even though it looks like pure garter, which is knit every row, you are actually purling some rows. So, and I'm just using a Miss Babs yarn. This was a
I think I
club
have that.
color. Yeah, I think you do have
I
this.
have that.
I ended up buying more from some people that didn't want their
It's a
off of
gorgeous
Ravelry.
color.
I think it's called like China Road or something like that.
Mhm.
It was a club color. And then Mary and I both won some of this. This is possum yarn.
Mm.
Yeah, from like Remu or something like that. It's a DK weight. So it's just a,
Awesome.
yeah,
Is
it's
it soft?
got some possum hair in it.
Oh, it's nice.
It's only like a 10 or 15% possum, but yeah, it's possum.
Got a
And,
nice feel to it.
and so anyway, so I just was in the mood for some.
That combination is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Like this neutral with that really.
I did that all
Do
by
it for me.
myself. Yes.
Good job.
Actually, I think I texted the group and said, what am I doing here, ladies? Somebody help me pick it.
That's gorgeous. That's gonna be really pretty when you
Thank
finish that.
you. And again, still some green. And my last one, I started this. This one's new, and it's also a stash enhancement. So I put it is, but it's
That
already caked up, so you can't count it because it's already all caked up.
Okay, that's
It never
fine,
hits
that's
stash.
Yeah.
So I've been wanting to make this racer back, or this
that's cute.
breeze racer back pattern, like just a little tank top
Who's the designer?
style. It's by Jessie Made Designs.
Oh.
Super cute. Jessie May Martinson of Jessie Made Designs.
Okay.
It's right there on the top. And it's a paid for pattern, and I bought it a year or two ago,
And I wanted to make it, but then I thought, you know, in Texas, who's gonna wear a tank top with wool? I just felt like it was gonna be too hot. Even though I think it'll be fine, but I found this Etsy seller, and she dyes all cotton yarn. All her yarn is cotton. You can get it in fingering,
Wow.
sport. It's called Birdie's Knits.
So this is cotton.
This is all 100% cotton.
Wow, that
Here.
is beautiful.
I'll pull out a tab. It takes about a month to get. I think she dyes it up as you order it. Luxury hand dyed cotton.
Gorgeous.
I think she's only on Etsy. This is the koi colorway. So I got fingering, 437 yards.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And
Fitting up so beautifully.
Yeah, and I'm just loving it. So I'm not going to finish it in time for the lake house, which was the reason that I started it. I thought, you know, it'd be a nice little cool
Yeah.
top to wear while we go up and down to the dock and
Yeah.
stuff. And then I hit the knit to 11 inches, and I was like, yeah, I'm not sure this is going to happen. But I enjoy the plain knit. So so that's new. It's stash, and it's just recently cast on.
I like that yarn, and it's not always easy to find nice cotton yarn. That
It's-
has such a nice feel to it.
Yeah,
too.
it really, really
Doesn't feel
does.
stiff at all. It's real
Mhm.
light.
It really, really does. I hate to say anything derogatory because it's a great yarn, but when I saw the spec, and I have never dyed yarn, so I imagine it's pretty hard to repeat a colorway. But I don't feel like the way that it's knitting up is the same way as the picture, you know, on Etsy. Like she has a swatch knitted up, and you know, you kind of have to buy based on a picture. I felt like her picture was a lot lighter with more speckle. Don't get me wrong, this has plenty of speckle. I just felt like, I feel like the way it's knitting up is a little busier than what the sample knit up
And
was.
that has to do with your tension too.
Of course,
You know,
yeah,
that
absolutely.
changes the
Mhm.
look.
So
I think it's
yeah.
gorgeous.
I love it.
Yeah.
I did end up loving it. It's just not what
If you
I
don't like
originally
it, you can just
expected.
give it to me.
I was gonna say, just slide it on over.
Yeah,
All
we'll
right,
all
there we go.
like have it.
There we go. Well, I'll try it on at the
It's
house,
beautiful.
so
That's
thank
probably the
you.
prettiest cotton I've ever seen.
I think it's the prettiest cotton I've ever seen as well. It just wasn't.
I didn't think it was cotton. I thought it was wool.
It just wasn't what I had envisioned when
gotcha.
I purchased it and picked it for this
Yes.
project. Is all I'm really
Yeah.
I
trying
think
to
it
say.
will look really pretty on you.
So,
Mhm.
well, thank you.
Yeah.
I hope so, because I'm gonna keep going with it. So, and that's all I have.
Good. And I don't have any whips. I'm still plugging along on my Plumpy shawl, which is a sample for Diane from the Suburban Stitcher. I'm almost done because, again, because my shoulders have not had much knitting time on it, but I'm hoping to get it
Too
done
bad you
this
can't put that sucker on the machine.
I know.
and crank it.
You can put two brioche
weekend. I was trying to circular sock machine. That'd be pretty interesting.
Be pretty ingenious,
Yeah, it
actually.
would.
Yeah.
It would, totally.
Especially the yarn over slip ones.
But I have to, I was thinking we're going to the lake house next weekend. I'm like, I have to decide what I'm gonna work on.
Yeah, decide what you're gonna bring
I'm
and
so
take.
low on whips. I
I
gotta.
take so many things. I usually pass them out to people. Melissa usually will take something to work on, and Jennifer, I mean, unfortunately she won't be there, but she worked on my Nugum for a while.
Mm-hmm. I did some socks for you, but I should have gone down a needle side.
It's
So
okay.
they end up a
I
little
still
bit.
love them.
Okay.
Still finish them and love them.
Okay.
So. Elizabeth did crank some of my sock yarn, my stash enhancement last podcast.
It's so hard. Sometimes I don't want to give them back because they're so pretty.
This was that To the Max yarn. I didn't bring the skein that's the coordinating color, but it has a blue sparkle stellina color to go with this.
It's gorgeous.
So
And I'm
pretty.
hoping to get 2 pairs out of this one. And then lollipop yarn. I have this green in a coordinating color. I love the way that's striped.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just got one of my Madeline Tosh Joshua Tree colors, just a solid.
It's pretty
It's
cute.
very pretty.
I have more of this yarn, so I haven't decided if I'm gonna actually do heels and toes in the exact yarn, or if I'm gonna do a coordinating color. I haven't decided,
Mhm.
so. For Paige, probably, since green is one of my favorite colors, so.
I'll probably bring those to Lake House as well to work on.
Yeah.
Socks are always easy.
I got my second colorway for the Suburban Stitcher Fade sock yarn. So this was the first one.
So that was May, right?
Yes.
It's a little blown
It's a,
out.
it's a mystery
Yeah.
club, right?
Mm-hmm. She does have like show a picture, and then you can kind of see. And then
An
this is
inspiration
the-
picture?
Mhm.
Okay.
Looks better in the shade, actually.
So, and I'm not gonna pronounce that first one. I know how he named it, but I'm not. Mm-mm.
So the first one's hibiscus and the second one's Narangita.
Yep, can't.
They're beautiful.
I think she's gonna head into like more of a orangey green color next, so I'm excited to see how they all turn out.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of really want to start my boxing sweater out of that, but I'm trying to be good and finish my Redbird because I'm the last one.
I keep pressuring her to finish.
And then Trilogy Yarns, I keep on hearing about them through other podcasts and whatnot. So
Beautiful
she
yarn.
had a sale, I believe 25% off. I think
Oh,
it's
wow.
over though, so I thought I would give it a go. And since Elizabeth is like, I really like sparkly socks, I got her sparkle case. So this is superwash merino, nylon, and stellina, and it's 402 yards, and this is her oil slick colorway.
Oh, so pretty.
It's very pretty.
You have to do it for the coupons, right? If it's
The
on
razzle
sale.
dazzle, love that razzle dazzle
Mhm.
base.
Yeah. So, and then I asked Audrey to pick out my next sweater project, and she picked out the Amy cardigan. So I'm trying to use that as my inspiration to finish
Finish
my
Leadbird.
Leadbird.
So, because once you finish Redbird, you can go
Mhm.
into the Amy.
Mhm.
So I have that yarn too.
Yep.
It's due.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do that as my next sweater.
Okay. Bring that to the
I might
Lake
bring
House.
it to the Lake House, yeah.
Are we bringing ball winder?
We can?
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, because I'm gonna bring my sock machine, and I have to bring my comb winder, but I must bring a Swift too. So,
Oh, okay.
okay. So if
And
you want a regular ball winder, you can bring that too.
It looks like you have purchased some yarn as well.
Just a little bit.
I did pretty good.
She did do pretty good in comparison. The basket
So-
isn't overflowing.
No, it's not. So I went to a local store called Ply. It's in Ply Yarn in Wimberley, and it started carrying the Petite knit yarn.
Mm-hmm.
And this is called, the Sunday is the base, and by Petite Knit. And I just got the 50 gram.
What is
Yeah,
mine?
50 gram.
50 gram. It's in German, of course, but
50 gram, 235 meters.
oh, there it is.
And it's 100% merino wool. It's actually produced in Norway.
Oh, neat.
Sandnes garn. It's the Petite cute knit. So I got 3 of those. So I don't know, do a little color work, something.
They look good. Very good together. They feel good.
A nice price point,
They feel very
$8.50
good.
for a stain. It's really pretty colors.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fiber company has this new sock yarn called Ambo, which I've been seeing on Instagram and Facebook. A lot of people doing socks out of it. It's called Ambo Wandering Souls. And so I got a couple of colors. This is Fair Hill. It's kind of got green and beige and
Very pretty.
a little heathered looking.
It is very
colorway.
heavy. You can kind of see it. A little blown out, but you can still see the colors.
And then this colorway is Heathland, which is a little mauve, little dusty mauve color. And then this one is Blackback. And I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I might make socks. I hand knit socks out of them, like a cabled sock or something.
That'd
Not
be
sure.
pretty.
I thought those, yeah.
Like by hand, a cable sock?
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd
that's
be
what I'm
nice.
thinking. From the 52,
Huh, I just pulled that one out. Out of my
52
books.
weeks of sock.
Yeah.
52 weeks of socks, yeah. So I might, there's a lot of patterns in there that I think would be really conducive or, you know, more of a solid color yarn would be pretty for the patterns to show the pattern off.
Love that book.
Yeah, very nice. And then day before yesterday, I went to Hill Country Weavers and they have Chasing Rabbits Fiber Co. A bunch of new colors, and this color is called Branch, and it's in her Polworth DK.
I love this.
And that color way is gorgeous. It's got like red and pink and rust and beige and it's just so pretty.
Mhm.
Has so many colors.
And then this colorway, I never know, Naiad, which I've used it in one of my other sweaters, and it's like a little bit of a bluish cast to it, but it's a gray. I don't know.
It's a gray with a perfect, just barely little bits of speckles
Tiny
in it.
speckling.
that
I
one's
thought
on-
that would go nicely with it.
That
Love
one's on
the
a different
speckles.
base.
Yeah, this base is Merino Luxe DK. And this one was Polworth.
Oh, I didn't even notice that was a different base.
They're both
They're
DK,
both DK,
but yeah.
it doesn't matter.
One's
Yeah.
they're both 100% superwash merino wool. This one's a New Zealand Polworth wool, so.
I don't know, this branch colorway I thought was gorgeous,
Mm-hmm.
so.
Oh, so you have 2 of the branches.
Yeah, I got 2 of those. And then I also wanted to bring this, I just got this at Hobby Lobby, and I did make another pair of socks, but they were in the laundry, so I didn't bring them. But I made, this is by Premier Cotton Collage, and it's really low price point. Thank you. It's $4.99, and I got it, I think 30% off, so it was like $3.50 at Hobby Lobby. And it's cotton and wool and polyamide mixture.
Yes.
And I just made
Here's
little
what it's supposed to look like.
little footies out of it, and it kind of striped up, and I got, you know, a pair of footies out of one skein. And they're so comfortable, because I think my feet get cold in the house with the air conditioning on, so I like to have just a little footie on.
Mm-hmm.
And they knit up, I did them on the machine, they knit up so quick, and they just have a really nice feel to them, and I just threw them in the wash and the dry. It's perfect, so I just thought someone's looking for inexpensive
Yeah.
little footie, this is a good yarn for that, so. And then I got
Mustache,
this
Stacy.
from Stacy of Mustache Yarn in the Old Glory colorway, and I'm gonna make some socks probably today when I get home.
Today, for 4th of July
For
tomorrow.
4th of July, my mom and I, so. Red, white, and beige.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect picture.
And I ordered that on Tuesday and I had it on
Mm-hmm.
Friday.
It's nice
Thursday,
having
Friday, yeah.
local.
She got it to me really quickly, so.
Very nice.
So that's it, those are my stash enhancements.
You did good.
I did-
Yeah,
that's
I think you
okay.
did great.
Okay,
I think you
good.
did great. A+ for the week.
Mhm.
A+ for oral for the month.
For the month.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
it's been about 3 weeks since we
Yeah.
podcast. Maybe not
Time
quite a
goes by
month.
so
but
fast.
It does.
Yep.
It does.
So, oh, that's about it. What else has been going on with you guys?
Driving
Oh,
with the teenager.
teenage
Teenage
drivers.
driving.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Every time we go out, I think he gets a little bit better.
That's
You know,
good.
Still like death grip on the wheel.
He's nervous.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he's more nervous because you guys are in the car.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably. I did get a sticker, like a magnet sticker for the back of my car that says student driver,
Oh,
thanks
that's
for
good.
being patient. So, yeah.
That
I'm
makes a
getting there.
difference. I know it probably shouldn't. I should probably practice patience in everything that I do, but if I see that somebody's a student driver, I do have more patience for them. I guess maybe I just feel like if you're not a student driver and you've been out here, you shouldn't be driving like that. Whatever you're
Yeah, for
driving.
sure. Yeah.
And I don't have quite as much patience when there's not a sticker,
Yeah.
but maybe I just need to practice more patience overall.
The magnets did come in a 3-pack, so if you guys want to take some home with you and just,
Maybe I need somebody to have patience with
Yeah.
me, and I'll put on the back of mine.
Yeah.
So.
they're like $6 on Amazon.
I should get one for my mom and dad. I need an old person driving.
Practice patience.
Practice
Thanks for your
patience.
patience.
I'm like, what happens if we pulled over? Would the cops see it? Would they give us more patience with our
Oh.
ticket?
I have a feeling they probably would.
Yeah.
I
I
think.
do.
Yep. But it's been a while since I've gotten a ticket. I got pulled over once because I have a CDL from bus driving, and I was so nervous. I was like shaking and I couldn't get any words out. And he's like, "Are you hiding a bomb or something? Why are you so scared?" I'm like, "It's because I have a CDL and I worked really hard to get it, and I don't want to lose it."
Oh.
And it was just for my registration was way overdue.
Oh.
All those things.
That's,
So
that's why he pulled you over?
yeah.
That's funny.
It was
That is
okay.
funny. Are you hiding a bomb?
There's some like, why are you this nervous?
That's cute.
Yep.
Well, I remember the first time I got pulled over. I've only been pulled over a couple times. It was in Michigan, and I think I was like in my 30s. That was the first time I'd been pulled over, and I was really nervous.
Mm-hmm.
But not only was I really nervous, I didn't know what to do. Like, I didn't know, was I supposed to get out? You know, I had no clue. I mean, my mind just went blank, and I just was like,
And it's probably different nowadays
Yeah.
anyway. I think back then maybe you were supposed to get out, but I know nowadays they're like, stay in the
yeah, no, he told me,
car.
stay in the car, ma'am.
Okay.
Your license and your registration. So then I'm like, okay, where's all that, you know? But yeah, it freaked me out that first time.
Mm-hmm. After that, you're good.
Yeah. I think I only got pulled over one other time. One time they didn't give, one time I didn't, one time I got the ticket and one time I didn't get a ticket.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's good. I think I've only had one ticket.
50-50. There you go.
I remember one time driving with my mom. She was driving my car, and she's like, "Okay, it's 60, so let's set the cruise control to like 66."
Oh.
And then we were driving, and all of a sudden we see a cop just wouldn't come pull us over. And then he's like, "Why did you say? Why are you going 66?" Like,
You need to be under 65.
I know.
Yeah, my dad would
We
have
had no
gone.
excuses. We
Yeah.
got off though. But
Oh, that's good. That's funny. Yeah, that's funny.
yeah.
My dad would have said it to 64. He's like, four miles
Yes.
over.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's usually the sweet spot. If you're under 5 over, they won't usually give you a ticket.
Yep, I told Dylan, I'm like, okay, so we have a street that we have to go down. It's 30. Most people go down 40.
Oh.
I'm like, okay, keep it between 30 and 35. But nobody's behind you, so you can,
Do whatever.
you,
Comfortable.
yeah. I'm trying to give them kind of tips.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's hard.
It is.
It's hard when you first start driving. There's a lot to think about.
Backing up, which way do you turn your wheel? Since then they're like, I don't know which way, so I go like this. So go like this.
I mean, if you think about, giving directions
Right.
to stuff that you do on an everyday basis.
Right.
Now turn your hand to the left.
Yeah.
And-
Because it just becomes second
It
nature
does.
once you've been doing it for so long, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely.
That's funny though.
Mm-hmm. And then I actually signed up. I have a proctored exam that I'm actually going to do on Monday for my first real estate
Oh,
exam.
wow.
So we'll see how that goes.
On Monday they're doing it on the holiday?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Signed up
that's
for
cool. I
Monday.
mean, the
One-
4th actually falls on a
Mhm.
Sunday, but I mean, Monday is a federal holiday.
Yeah.
So we'll see. They're like, you have to keep the room as blank as possible. You have to make sure your computer can align with their system because they're going to watch you take it. You can have one calculator, one piece of paper, and then one pen, and then nobody else in the room. So we'll
Oh, so
see.
you are taking it like over video?
On my
Proctored
computer.
over video.
Proctored.
Oh,
So we'll see.
interesting.
And they're like, we're going to give you 4 hours to take it. I'm like, oh, I hope it's not that long. But
Oh, a
I don't
long
know that
time.
my brain would last that long, you know, like that hard of thinking for, it might start smoking. Like, like an engine or something.
Fire department shows up.
I don't think I can think for 4 hours straight, but okay.
I don't know, we'll see how it goes. So, but I think once I get this first one over, it'll give me more confidence to do the other next
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Of course.
So how many total? There's 6 of them?
6. So you go through, there's 6 classes, and at the end of each class, you take a proctored exam.
Okay.
And then when you finish all of them, then you take a big, huge course proctored exam.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
And then once you pass that, then you have to go and do the state and national. And then the state and national, you can take as many times as you want. But these proctored ones, you can only take it twice before they remake you take the whole class.
Wow, that's
So,
cool.
It's quite
So we'll
involved.
see.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's about all that's going on. So, we were thinking about going to a movie, but I don't know. There's not any really good ones out right now, I think.
No?
Yeah,
I
the
kind
movies are still kind of slow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Haven't rebounded yet from all the COVID.
I haven't gone, but I
It's
was
so
never a big
weird.
movie goer beforehand.
We used to go all the time, but now it's like we don't even think of it because after a year and a half of not going,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like,
You forget about it. Mm-hmm.
yeah, so now we're used to not going.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
But Disney Plus has the new Loki series, which is pretty
Oh.
good. I haven't seen all of those yet, but it's been interesting. Some
That's
little
cool.
twists and spins.
Yeah.
And I think if you're a huge Marvel fan, then you'll pick up on all the little, what do they call them, Easter egg things that blend into the others.
I'm not a big Marvel fan. Sorry. Or DC Comic. I mean, I'll do like puzzles and stuff with Tone, and I know Paige and Tone watch all of those, but I mean, I'll watch one here and there, but I don't know the order, and there's so
Yeah.
many, and then you know, this guy spun off from that, and then again, thinking, I just, you know, clearly doesn't work that well for me. So
You guys doing anything for the 4th?
I'm hanging out at home. I've had some problems with some dogs that are behind my house, and my Belgian Malinois was attacked by some pits. So my dogs usually have a doggy door that they can come and go as they please, but right now I have to lock it up every time that I leave because I don't want them to be out there. I'm just having some problems working between animal control services and the neighbor and their renter. So of course then there's an owner involved, and you know, you have to call the police, and then you have to call animal control services, and then you have to file an affidavit, and then I'm running and, you know, getting police report copies, and it's just been a mess.
awful.
So it's been very stressful for me and very frustrating, and I'm starting to get angered by the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that it comes to a close pretty soon. I don't know, but I'm just planning on staying at home because, you know, just to chill with the dogs.
We're pretty fortunate. Our city does fireworks from this little city park, which is just maybe a mile from our house. But it's like perfectly situated. We can just sit out front of our house and watch them. So they do a really nice job. So we'll just watch the fireworks, and I think we're gonna
I'm
grill.
not too far from SeaWorld.
Oh, yeah, you
I
can
bet
go
you I
to-
can see SeaWorld.
We used to be able to from Alamo Ranch.
Usually with the dogs, any time there's like New Year's or fireworks or whatever, I usually just try and close everything up, maybe turn the TV on a little bit louder than normal to not freak them out quite as much. But no, I don't have any.
Yeah, one of our dogs, Jackson, he gets nervous. So he usually likes to go in my bedroom. So I usually turn the TV on, like you said, turn it up
A
louder.
little bit louder to muffle
And
out the
just
noise.
soft lights for him, and he usually gets in the bed there and he just hunkers down. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's perfect. That's perfect for them. But
That's about it.
All right.
I know being from Minnesota and then moving down here, the fireworks are completely different
Are they?
because they're illegal, or you can't have as big a fireworks up
Mhm.
there. So when I came down here and everyone's like blasting them off
In the
everywhere,
middle of the neighborhoods, I know.
was a
Yeah.
little bit of a shock. I'm like, whoa.
I'm not quite sure that that's 100% legal here
Oh, is
either.
it?
Yeah, it's just they do it.
And then
I mean, you are outside city limits, so maybe, you know, being out
Mhm.
this here, you know, it's okay. But in my neighborhood, I don't believe it's legal, but that doesn't mean people don't do it.
right, yeah,
Mhm.
it's been kind of dry lately, so
Yeah.
gotta be
You just
careful.
have to always be careful with the burn
Mhm.
warnings and stuff, so
Mhm.
air
Sure.
and, you know, wind and all that stuff, so.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about because, like, growing up in Michigan, you only went to organized
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
firework you know, presentations or whatever, shows. And, yeah, people didn't do in their neighborhood. They, maybe sparklers, that was like it. And maybe the
I
little rocket
remember
things, but
when
that was it.
I remember when my children were much younger, and my kids are 25 and 28, it was at a point in time legal to pop them in my neighborhood. And at some point in time, I think right around when they were probably getting close to 10 or so maybe early 2000s, is when it started to become illegal. And they said now, and they would do like fire spots around the city, you know, to right outside on the city limits and say, come here. Like if you want to take your kids to pop fireworks, come here.
Yeah.
But it was so new. I remember seeing on the news that it was just kind of a mess because it was, everybody was like on top of each other. So I'd have one family here and then the next family here, and you know, one 5-year-old kid accidentally, you know, goes this way and another 5-year-old kid goes this way, and it was just the change of trying to get it from being legal inside the city to going to not legal, and it hasn't been legal in the city for several years. And I could be wrong with the timing, but I just remember it used to be, and then, you know, as the years progress, it hasn't been for many years, but there's still a lot of people that still do it inside the city in their neighborhoods, and people just usually don't call. And there's so many people calling, they can't get to everybody. So there's the unfortunate people that, and I think it's like a $500 citation if you're caught with it. So there's the unfortunate people that actually get the citation, and then there's the people that, you know, get away with it every year, and we'll do it again the following. But
I also remember in Michigan, so the big fireworks was downtown Detroit, but Canada also has their Independence Day. I think theirs is July 1st, and so it was always like a joint across the river fireworks on both sides. It was really neat. So I know we have some Canadian viewers, so happy Independence Day or Canadian Day.
yes.
And so Detroit and Windsor, you know, it's kind of Canadians there were family. So
Of course.
yeah, so it's nice. Anyway.
It was kind of bad. I'm sorry for my grandma who's probably watching. I don't know, when I was really young, we were talking about how Canadian guy strippers could go full nude.
And that's what you remember.
I'm probably wrong. I don't know, I remember that. I always was thinking when I turn 18, I'm going up to Canada. I don't know why I even want to see that.
When you were younger, clearly you did.
I don't know. It's so funny. Sorry, I'm so red now.
On that note,
Bachelor's fish shorts.
Go to Canada. Canadian knee removes. I don't know. So, I don't know, I just thought of that.
that's funny.
That's cute.
I don't want to go
Melissa.
up there anymore.
Get that out of the gutter.
Canada's some beautiful country. I went and
Yes.
visited Paulette, a good friend of mine, a few years ago. I guess it's been probably about 4 or 5 years now, but such beautiful country. It was in the Quebec and Montreal area. She lives around Montreal, and we traveled to Quebec.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful, Quebec City, and saw the sights. Beautiful.
Nice. All right, well, I guess that's about it.
Said enough bad things. I didn't
You don't wanna
mispronounce things, but
you
I
want to say
said
anything else?
no. I'm
Turbo
cut off.
red?
No, I'm good.
You want to try and pronounce something?
And if somebody knows if you can actually go full, never. I don't even want to know anymore.
Yeah, just leave the
I don't wanna
comments.
know. Yeah,
below.
yeah.
Mhm.
He says it's my lunchtime.
Oh.
I love dogs. So cute.
Yeah.
There's
You
Creed.
need to put your hat on.
Oh no. He's like, I've had enough
He's
of that
like,
nonsense. Right? Yeah.
All right, well, thanks again for spending time with us.
Yes.
We hope you all enjoy the 4th of July holiday or whatever you're celebrating. Good weekend.
Be safe.
Be safe, keep knitting, and practice kindness. It's always good.
And patience.
And patience, yeah, for everyone.
All right.
All right, thanks. See you next time.